I'm hot, but I'm cold. I'm shivering. My upper body's really cold and my feet are cold, but I feel hot at the same time. So I keep going from having the why is that there? Heating on, but then feel too hot in the face, and then I go to the cold air, and then because I'm like shivering. I'm sure I don't even know anymore. That shivering is one of the symptoms that I'm meant to keep an eye on. Like if I start shivering, I'm meant to contact the hospital because it's my main illness. I feel like I don't know, shivery. Oh, my body's like, I know I don't look good, I've hardly got any makeup on. So, basically, I'm tired, don't feel well, stressed out. I just don't know if I want to live anymore. Like, don't want to. So, don't want to cry. I've just been somewhere and I didn't want to go, but oh god, I've got a look of state. Look at the mascara. Just because I was running out of time and I ended up getting late where I was going. I didn't want to go, but I couldn't cancel an hour before, and then the person really stressed me out and was saying things that I feel shouldn't have said because I don't know, some people don't live in the real world. They don't have a clue what they're saying. They don't have a clue what effect they're having on people. But I've left there feeling like I just don't want to live anymore. And part of what they were saying has pushed me to this, but I was getting closer and closer to this anyway. Like, I'm not coping with life, with other people, what they're doing, what they're saying, how they're acting. Like the comments that were being made today to me, people misinterpreting me, misunderstanding me, not trying to correct themselves, and then if they're wrong, not admitting it was them who misunderstood me, they're like blaming me. I'm tired and I'm ill. I'm sick of being ill, sick of being tired. But it's not just that. God. Do you know when you get goosebumps and your body goes all funny, kind of cold and shivery? That's how I feel. So I went to bed at like 10 o'clock Saturday morning, and then I got up about 2:30, might have been 10:30, 11 in the morning. Got up at about 2:30 and I was awake till 1 or something the following day, like in the afternoon yesterday afternoon, and fell asleep for about 45 minutes, woke up and was awake until 5 this morning. It got to about 1:30 last night and I was so dizzy, I was struggling to stand up. I kept thinking, have I not had out to eat? Do I need something to eat? And I knew I'd eaten, but I forced myself to have something to eat because I don't think I'd had 3 full meals. And I forced myself to have food, and went to bed, and then I couldn't sleep because my head's just going round and round and round and round and round and round and round, and it won't stop, and I want it to stop. Like, I want peace from what's going on in my head. But my problem is, well, there's a few problems, I'm not going to get into it all. My mind won't stop going round because things that I've pushed to the back of my mind and ignored for months and years, or whatever, how long it is, it's all starting to come out, starting to come in my head, starting to relive it all, starting to go through stuff that I don't want to think about, that things that I've pushed to the back of my mind, the things that I used to be good at pushing to my mind. I can't. They won't go to the back of my mind. I want them to. I want them to go away for good. No, they won't. And then I'll remember something else, and I'm like, I don't want to remember all this. I want it to stop. And it won't stop. It's constant. I don't get any peace. Don't get anything. It just goes round and round and round and round and round. I'm sick of it going round. I want to break from it. I don't want to feel it. I don't want to think it. I don't want to remember other stuff because I've remembered one thing. I just don't want it in my mind. And it won't go away. And I want it to go away. I want it to go away so bad. And I'm not coping with life. And that is a big part of it. But there's other stuff that's affecting me. The online stuff, my home life, people feeling they have the right to make comments about the relationship I have with my doctor and insinuate she's doing something wrong. I just can't cope, and I'm sat on a car park getting upset, and everyone's probably like, oh, is that weirdo? Like, crying in a car. Like, I'm trying to not cry. I'm trying my hardest not to cry because I don't want to cry. Don't want to cry. And I'm shivering and I've got goosebumps, and it's not enough. You know, there was an appointment at my doctor's online last night, and I was like, oh no, I won't have it because I'll be seeing her this week anyway. And it was when I was dizzy and I was shaking and I was like struggling to stand up and stuff, and I was like, no, I just need to go to sleep, because I needed to go to sleep, and I feel a little bit better for having sleep, but in other ways I feel worse. So but now I'm like, looking at the time, I'm like, I could have been seeing her in just over an hour's time. I wish I'd done it. I wish I'd booked it. Or at least rang and asked for her to phone me. But I know Mondays is like the worst day to try and speak to the doctor because it's been the weekend and people got ill over the weekend and they're always super busy. I just need to talk to her. And I'm trying to not do anything. I can't go with this anymore. Maybe I need some sleep. I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to let someone down. But I didn't want to get up, and it was pointless me going because things that I've said have just made me feel worse. I'm sick of asking for help and not getting it. I want to go and get something to eat in this shop. Maybe it'll make me feel a little bit better. Probably won't. Don't think anyone can make me feel better. Imagine if this was like the last clip I ever filmed, because I go off and take my own life because I just feel like that's the only way out. And this could be the last thing that anyone ever sees of me. My arm is killing me as well. But what if this is the last thing? Me just trying to keep it together in my car because I don't want people to see me upset. I can't do this anymore. I really can't do this anymore. I've got goosebumps everywhere. Don't feel well. I've had to take my jumper off, even though I prefer to have it on, because now I've gone cold, but I'm sweating. Can't win. So I'm going to show you what I got from the shop. I didn't film when I got out. I was walking around the shop with tears and trying to not cry and trying not let anyone see that I'm crying. I did try and get a meal, but like a sandwich, they didn't have anything suitable. There wasn't even space for it, and it used to be there, so I don't know if they're not doing it anymore. This is a drink I went for. I was going to get a small can of Diet Coke, but then I spotted this, and I love lemon iced tea. I haven't had it in a long time because every time I see, you know, Lipton iced tea in this kind of size bottle, it's only the peach one, which is okay, but I prefer lemon. This was $1.50. I've got a little bit left because I have, you know, I've not had much to drink today. I've not had much to eat. I've got goosebumps everywhere. I'm cold, but I'm hot. Fed up with life. So yeah, I had that. I don't normally bring in what I've finished, but last time I was there, I got a shot called Digestion or something, and it was super creamy. It tasted like a dessert, and I was like, God, I could drink this all day. Not at £1.50 a shot, I can't. And today I got this because I've got this flu bug that won't go away, and I don't think what's wrong with me now with the shivering and the sweating and all that, I don't think that's the flu bug, but who knows? Who knows? It's my life, isn't it? It's my life shit. So of course I've probably got something, haven't I? So I got this to hope that it helps in some way. I don't know how. I mean, I should have got the one with ginger in because that's the one I typically get, and ginger's meant to be good for you. Oh, I'm so cold, but I'm too hot. My dad asked for steak and kidney pies, not last week, but the week before, and the only ones I could get was frozen Hollands pies, so I got him a pack of 4. He looked at me like he wanted to kill me, but if he wants a pie and I can't find it, he should go to the shop himself instead of sending me all the time when I'm on the verge of, I don't know, either taking my own life or having a complete meltdown. Either way, my doctor agreed one of them's going to happen. Obviously, she don't want me to take my life, but she agrees. She agreed with me when I said I'm on the verge of having a breakdown. I can't carry on. So anyway, I've just got him this. He'll probably like go, oh, I didn't want you on it. I've got some in the freezer. Because he doesn't appreciate it. He doesn't appreciate that I've actually thought about him and picked it up, because I didn't go in to get that. I mainly went in to get bread and my lunch, and I couldn't get my lunch because I didn't have it. But that's all I went in for. And I was walking around, and I was like, oh, we wanted a steak and kidney. We wanted pudding, but the only puddings you can get that I've seen, and I might not be going in the shops that do them, is the Hollands one, because I went to another shop when I left there. I went and sat in my car for an hour again, and then I drove back towards I live, and then I went to another shop and I sat in the car park for an hour there, and then I went in, and Holland's stuff is all like half price, and I thought, well, I've got this, I'm not getting him a pudding as well. He'll probably waste it anyway. He keeps wasting stuff. He used to tell me off for wasting stuff. I've barely wasted anything since I changed how I eat. I eat everything that I can. I had to throw some stuff out the other day, but some of it was to do with him, not me. Anyway, I got these for me. I love how rustic they look. I thought they look great. I've had these before. They've got loads of different flavours. These were £1, by the way, which is a good price for them. They're bigger than the ones I've been getting. The site, like how many you get. They're the ones I've been getting. I've got the pack open, so I'm not necessarily just going to open them. So I got this. I don't ever get hummus. Last time I got it was like last year, and I like the organic one from Tesco. The normal one from the same range tastes totally different, and I don't know why, and I don't like it. So I got this. I don't know, like, it's got today's date on, but basically it says to eat in 3 days, so I reckon it won't last me, but obviously they have to sell it because of the date. 34p. I've been quoting them wrong because I've looked at the price. And Aldi's is 32 or 34, so if I were you, if you can get to M&S, they're the beans. I've had a thing for mushrooms lately. I've been been chopping them up into slices, frying pan. I put some fry light in, 3 or 4 sprays, put the mushrooms in, cook for a couple of minutes, and then do about 3 or 4 more sprays, some Cornish sea salt, and yeah, it's been part of my meal. Like, I'm having it as a side, and I've been enjoying it. I've got some giant mushrooms in the fridge. I'm probably going to have to eat them today, but even though these have got today's date on, they're fine. They're going to last me a couple of days. Probably get 3 meals worth, like 3 sides worth out, because as the ones that I've been getting that are like 48p, you don't get as many mushrooms in, but they're like the cheap brand, not the Asda own. Well, it is part of Asda, but it's like the cheaper Asda thing. So I would happily pay £1 for these because of how many you get. So I got them. Chicken for my dad. Again, he'll won't appreciate that I got Marks and Spencer's for him. I got him 2 the other day, but he's not got enough food to last him the week, and I don't want to have to go shop again. I don't even want to leave the house again. Well, I do. I don't even want to be here anymore, but there you go. I got these last time, popped potato chips and smoky barbecue. I loved them. I ate them within about 24 hours. Like, I started on the day I got them, and then late at night, the following night, they were gone. They're not too bad calorie-wise, so it's fine. I didn't really want to open them because I came out with nothing to eat that I could physically eat there and then. I made myself eat about 5 or 6 of them because I need to put something in my stomach. I then got a brown crusty roll, and I've never ever come across brown crusty rolls before. So I was really excited. I was like, oh my god, because normally it's white crusty rolls. So I got that. This was the first thing I picked up, and it's literally, I'm going to have to have it now because it is so soft. Because when I saw the yellow sticker, I headed towards it because the one I got last time was still not ripe, and I've had it for 2 weeks. It might never ripen. Right, I thought if it's not fully ripened, I'm not getting it. And it is so soft, like, it is definitely ready. So I'm going to give that, like, I don't know what I'm going to have it with. Because I was having it in wraps with bits of salad, that Violife grated cheese and red onion, but obviously I'm not going to be doing that, so I'm probably going to have it on crackers or something, like mush it up and cracker it, I don't know. And again, he never thinks about me other than causing me mental distress, but there you go. Got him these, see? See, I'm a nice person. Wish he was, because I'm not coping with what he's doing, but there you go. Welcome to my life. My life's amazing. Everyone's so jealous. If only people knew. So, yeah, that's all I got. And it was cheap. It was like 11 something. I know my cooker's a mess before you say anything. I'm just going to show you what I got from the other shop. I got a large Lucozade. I should have got more than one, the way I feel. Probably need a bucket load. This is new. It was the only one that weren't on offer for 2 for £3. It was £2 each. Blackberry and blueberry. 2 things I love. So I'm hoping it's good, because the other fruit creations I've got are rubbish. The only one that I can just about drink on a regular basis if I had to, and only because it's in the fridge, is the watermelon and kiwi, is it? Or watermelon and strawberry. I don't know. The other ones I've got in there I don't really like, and I'm trying to drink every now and then just so it don't get wasted. But I'm hoping that's good. Picked up a soup. I did check the ingredients this time. Probably not going to eat it because I don't like half the things. I told you 8 out of 10 soups I don't like, but I'm hoping I like it because it is mainly tomato, but I'm wondering what the balsamic's going to make it taste like. I guess I'll find out. Got this for next time I go to my doctor's, because I'm always there really needing a drink, and then I'm doing that and you stick, like, and then my teeth start sticking to my lip, or my lip starts, and then I'm like, they're trying to like not make it obvious and like try to, I don't know. Anyway, might not be around to even reach that appointment. Got this to have now because I need something. And there's like a tiger bread. That's a mini one though. I'm gonna cut up some tiger bread. I'm gonna cut the crusty bread roll up. I'm gonna mash half the avocado up. I'm gonna put it on a plate with some hummus and some barbecue chip things, and hope I can eat it because I'm struggling with full meals as well. there is a shadow over here, but basically that was the easiest avocado I've ever dealt with. It mashed up really easily. I normally struggle with them. There's the hummus, some crisps that I've been munching on. It's half buttered, the other slices are buttered, and the other three are buttered, if that makes sense. I'm going to go and sit down because I've had enough. Oh, I need to get some painkillers, don't I? What are you doing in my room? You nosy. You are nosy. Look at you. Look at that cute girl. Don't know where she's at. Cute. Look at that cute doggy. Look at that. Look at that. She's cute. You're my favourite girls. You're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. Dear girl. She's coming through. Downstairs. Look out. I think it's about 1:30 in the morning. I've been going to my bed because I'm really unwell. She can basically do what she wants. She'll probably come back in anyway. Been up there hours. I'm so unwell, like. It smells nice in here, I don't know why. I've got lots of washing on here. I took some off earlier because some was dry. Because I did a big load yesterday. Because the stuff was piling up on the chairs. And some of it had been there ages and it wasn't smelling as fresh. So I did one load and there was tons of it. It took me ages to like fit it on the radiators. I piled it all up. Sounded like the front door shut. See, I've washed it all, well not all of it, there's some more in the washer, but there isn't a washer full. And I have washing upstairs and I forgot to bring it down then because Cleo was waiting for me and I was sat on the stairs with her and then she went in my room and that's when I started filming. So they'll either go in the dryer tonight or tomorrow. She's still outside but there's no traffic obviously, it's 1 in the morning. This is where I sit while I don't sit on the radio. But I think all this is dry. So yeah, I'll probably do the other load tomorrow. Just because, just put you here again. Oh, she's coming now. Put you back in, you're a good girl. Put yourself in, shame you can't shut the door, I better go and do it. Wouldn't it be typical that I'm nowhere near the door and someone comes in? Won't bother ringing the police this time. Oh, this is stained. I think something's running the washer. Oh well. I don't wear it outside. Anyway, it's getting cold in here. She's only stood at the door. Look. Being nosy. See, when she's good, it's always a good decision, isn't it? Here it is. I got hummus and M&S rice cakes. When I had opened these earlier, I was like, oh my god, these are better than the Asda ones. I wish I'd picked up more packets. I've had about 5 of these today. I've had about 2 or 3 or 2, so this might be 5 in total. They're much better, they're tastier, and that's okay. She just came and cried outside my door, even though it was open. Not that much, she's opened it. And she came in, and yeah, she's there. I don't know what she wants, because I've had about 3 hours sleep and I've been awake for 2 hours. I feel like death. My head's pounding, I have a temperature, I ache all over, my throat's killing me. I feel lethargic, you know, when you're super lethargic and you're just so exhausted. You don't know what to do with yourself and you sleep, but you don't feel any more awake or less tired. I've got a headache, and my alarm's set for about 2 hours time when I've been awake for 2 hours, so I could have been asleep. And now I'm thinking, do I go to sleep or do I get up? If I get up, what am I going to do? I'm probably going to be tired by about 3 o'clock. I don't want to be tired at that time. I feel like death. I've gone downhill the last few days. Started to get a little bit better at weekend. A little bit. Sunday night was really unwell, exhausted, but I thought because I'd been awake all weekend, it was that. And then Monday was shaking, felt sick, ached all over, really tired, but not that tired because I got a bit of housework done. I tidied my living room a little bit, probably done about 25% of it. It's looking better. Did some laundry, vac the next floor down and the ground floor. Took a little bit of rubbish down, and then it got to 2, 3 in the morning and I was like, oh, I don't feel very well. I was getting achy, but kept awake all night because I can't sleep because my head just goes round and round and round. So I didn't fall asleep till about 10:30 in the morning. Then I woke up about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I got more and more unwell as the day went on. And now I feel horrific. My skin feels like it's on fire. So I don't know what she wants. I'm going to try and get to sleep, but obviously if I'm still awake in an hour, I'm not going to go to sleep for an hour. Do you know what I mean? My alarm's set for a certain time, and I want at least an hour and a half, hour and 45 sleep. I feel horrendous, basically. I don't feel good. I'm sick of being sick. It's 5 weeks tomorrow since I got sick. And then I had it for 3.5 days, got better for about 4 days. I weren't fully better, but I was getting more and more better. Then I had it again for about 3 days, and then I was okay for 4.5. Then I had it for a week, got slightly a bit better at weekend, slightly. It's blurry because I'm zoomed in and there's no light out there. Sunday night I started to get ill again. I just can't win. I've had enough. It is green. Spinach and banana. Don't know how I feel about it yet. I've only had 1 mouthful. Probably could put more milk in, but I wanted to make sure I like it before I put loads of milk in. So I've been to Tesco, I did go to Asda, sat in my car, didn't go in. My head's all over the place. Came home because my head was thumping like it was killing me. And it's not much better, but I've got one of those, you know those headaches you get when you've got a cold or flu? I've got that, but I think it turned into a migraine. And I sat outside Asda and had 2 paracetamol and 1 Nurofen because that's all I had. And it just wouldn't go away, so I came home and had 2 paracetamol and 1 600 microgram ibuprofen. And I had something to eat because I hadn't really eaten other than that spinach and banana smoothie. So it made me feel a little bit better, but I feel horrendous at the moment. So I went back to the shop so I could stock up with some drinks and get some medication. So I got some Soyalite. I'm sure I've got 2 milks in the fridge. 2 of them for my dad I've had these before, but I refuse to pay £1.60 for them, so when they're on offer for £1, I'll tend to pick one up. It's not like the best coffee I've ever had, but it's quite nice, and I've not drank normal coffee in such a long time, so I picked them two up. I actually wanted tiger bread. I was going to get a loaf for a half of the baguette one, because that's what I saw first, and then I saw these reduced, so I've just picked them up. I got the Nivea biodegradable cleansing wipes. They actually are quite good. They're not as nice as the Johnson's ones in the lilac packet, but they're not biodegradable, and these are better for the environment. And if I'm going to use wipes, I should at least try and get the ones that are better for the environment, even though I'm not as keen on them. But hopefully in time they'll improve. Some paracetamol, some Pip and Nut Smooth peanut butter. I had the Asda one last time, and it's just about run out. I didn't love it. The only ingredients are peanuts, but they left the shell on and it didn't taste very nice, or the skin. But it was only £1.50, whereas this is £4. This is actually bigger, and I love it, so I'd rather pay more, I think. This is what I've got in my bathroom. Mine's just about to run out, so I've picked one up. There's hardly any stuff on the shelves. I don't know if I should buy stuff in case I get the coronavirus and I have to self-isolate, but I feel like crap anyway. Like, honestly, I've never felt so ill in my entire life. 2 normal size Lucozades, actually there's 3 1 litre ones, and then half a litre, which I'm going to have now. I have had quite a bit to drink today, but I'm still feeling like death. So I did get Asda's version of these. I've not tried them, I've had them weeks. I just keep putting it off and off and off because I feel like I'm not going to like them. Because even though I liked their version of Weetabix, I didn't love them, and I prefer the Asda one, the original ones. So I've wanted to eat cereal for days, and because I haven't got anything that I really want, like if I had these I'd eat them, but I know I've got the Asda ones and I probably won't like them. So I picked them up. They were on offer for £1.10. 9 toilet roll, 2 bottles of Highland Spring. I don't know what to eat. I don't feel well. I really craved chicken earlier. I think it's because I'm hungry and I don't know what I want, and I feel like crap. So I've got potato. Oh, that is not potatoes. That's mushrooms. I've got mushrooms, baked potato, and M&S beans, and I feel like death. Hi everyone. I know the lighting's really, really bad. I'm sure I'm parked at an angle as well, because it just looks like I am. But I'm in one of those, you know, where it's a bigger space, so it doesn't matter that I'm at an angle. I am so ill. I don't even know when I last filmed. Did I film Monday? When I was upset, weren't I? Yeah, that situation that made me that upset has gotten worse, and people are contacting me after I've told them not to contact me because they're affecting my mental health, yet they're carrying on contacting me. Speaks volumes, doesn't it, about people that are meant to be considerate and caring about people's feelings. They're doing nothing but causing me distress, which I don't need. I've been ill for 7 or 8 weeks now. I can't remember what week I'm on. Pretty sure it's about 7. I'm ill non-stop continuously for 3 or 4 weeks, and I've had enough. I'm so uncomfortable with some of the symptoms I've got. I'm in a lot of pain. I feel really run down. Do you know when you feel super run down, like cold flu type symptoms where you're aching and you're tired, and no matter how much sleep you get, it's not enough because you just feel absolutely worn out. You ache all over, you feel sick, you still feel dizzy. When you move your head, like, you get super nauseous. You go hot and then you're cold, and then next minute you're sweating, but then 2 minutes later you're shivering. Yes, I'm talking to myself. I keep getting sore throats. It'll be sore and then it'll get a little bit better and then it'll get sore again. Yeah. Sometimes, some days the symptoms are much worse than the others, but pretty much for the last few weeks I've got next to nothing done. I've got loads of stuff that I was meant to do Wednesday, Thursday, today, and I'm going to have to somehow manage to get it all done over the weekend. I don't know how, because what if I get worse? You know, my hope is to get some of it done tonight, but it's like 8 o'clock at night. I've just got to the shop. I knew I had to come to the shop, so I obviously have got makeup on. The lighting here is horrendous. I've not got the vlog up that was due yesterday. I've edited it, but I'm not happy with the edit because I was having to edit it in between having bloody pouring in sweats sessions where I didn't know what planet I was on. And there's like a few big chunks, like if I've put it all up, it's where I'm sat on the sofa last Friday and I'm trying to fill you in on everything, and I get distracted and I start a story, go on to another story, go back to the original story, then go on to 2 other stories and then go back to the original story. It's there where I filmed about 60 minutes or whatever. The stuff that I kept in that's not really making sense, or just me rambling on, and I want to take it out, but it's going to take time. I went on it yesterday, I think, to try and do it, and I got 2 minutes into it. I was like, I can't be bothered with this. So I don't know what to do, if I should just cut it all out or cut the majority of it out without like going watching it all and then filling you in at another point. I don't know. I just don't know. I've got a dull achy headache, which sometimes turns into borderline migraine, then goes back into like a headache that, do you know the type of headache you get when you've got cold and flu? I did see my doctor last Friday. She thought it was a flu virus. I felt a tiny little bit better last weekend. Then Sunday night I got really ill. Monday I was horrendously ill. Tuesday I got really unwell. Wednesday and then, you know, I've seen my doctor this week as well, and I was with her for an hour. And we got the health stuff out of the way, but I started to tell her about the symptoms that I was telling her about the week before, and then I told her about something else that's not even related to what's been making me ill. It's kind of something else that's making me feel worse as well, and she was more interested in that. And oh god, you know, I made an idiot of myself. I can't believe what I did. So she wanted to examine me, and depending on what you're having examined, you either take clothes off or you go and lie down and you have to lift things up. So I was having an examination which involved me taking clothes off before I went over to the couch or whatever it's, I think they call it a couch. So I had on skinny jeans, and they're super tight on my ankles, because some that I get are not as fitting on the ankles as I'd like. They're the ones that I actually got from Asda that were black, and I washed them twice and they went dark grey. So they're more grey than black now, and I've not washed them that much because when I first got them I did wear them quite a few times, and then I've not really wore jeans much recently. I've been living in basically what I've got on now, where it's my fitted jogging bottoms and the cropped hoodie, and that's what I'd been living in. But on Wednesday I was like, oh, I don't want to keep wearing that with my trainers, so I made myself put jeans on, and I found them. Big mistake. Like, I didn't know I was going to be examined, because when I'm there I don't know how much I'm going to tell her, do you know, about my symptoms, because sometimes I've got so many symptoms, it's like I can't tell her all these. I don't have time, because there's other stuff that I needed to talk about, and she wanted to talk about stuff anyway. So I don't know what I'm going to tell her, but I knew I was going to tell her the flu symptoms that I've got, that I had before, and she can't understand why I'm still this unwell. So I didn't think I would be taking off my jeans, basically. So when she's like, oh, come on then, and like, she always seems to be in a mad crazy rush. So I'm trying to get my boots off, which seemed harder than normal. I don't know why, because I sat down to do it, because at first I was trying to do it, you know, when you stand up, because they're like Chelsea boots, and I was trying to do it that way, and for some reason I couldn't, so I sat down to take them off. And you'd think most people would be like, undo the jeans and then stand up, pull them down and take them off whilst I sat down. No, for some reason I then stood up, undid my jeans, and then tried to get them off. And I can't believe what I did. I had quite thick socks on, and when I've got socks on, they're like thermal ones, and they've got like a Fair Isle pattern on them. They're black with this Fair Isle pattern on, but if you fold them in half, you know, when you've got them on and you fold them down, it hides the pattern. And also I fold them down like that so they just stay inside the boot, because if you've got skinny jeans on and then you've got a sock line above the boot, you can see it if they're really tight jeans. so I fold them down so they're just inside the boot. So when I was pulling my leg out of the legs, which I should have done sat down, I don't know why I stood up. My sock got caught, so I'm trying to keep my sock on whilst taking the jeans off, and I kind of somehow tripped and nearly head-butted the floor, and she was watching me and she's like, "Are you alright?" But yeah, trying to get the other leg out, but I couldn't look at her because I thought, what an idiot. Like, honestly, I nearly head-butted the floor, and I'm thinking, is she like secretly laughing? Which kind of put me like, then like, because then I couldn't get my other leg out. I was like, oh my god. And then when I got my other leg out and I was like trying to pull my sock up, I almost did the same thing, even though there was nothing to trip on. I don't know why. I think I was panicking because I think I was trying to rush to get across to where she was, because she was waiting for me. I don't think she was trying to rush me, but I just felt panicked. And then, to make it worse, because I already felt embarrassed about the fact that I nearly head-butted the floor. I don't care about being examined, it was just the fact I nearly face-planted the floor. Oh, can you imagine if I'd knocked myself out? So I then go to get on the couch, and as I'm getting up, she decides to move the lamp as I'm putting my legs up. And it's one of those lamps, well, they all probably have the same lamp, that you kind of have to be a bit rough with it to get it to come back round, because it's on a long arm thing. And as I was putting my leg up, she kind of was like struggling with it, and I ended up kicking the lamp, because when she was struggling with it, she put it back in my path, like of where my legs were going, instead of like, because when she first got hold of it, it wasn't even in my way. And I don't even remember if she put it on. I don't think she did. But and then she said, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I'm just there thinking, "Oh my god, like, can it get any worse? I'm probably going to fall off here in a minute." That's literally what I thought. I thought the only thing that could get worse now is that if I actually fell off. And I remember thinking, I'm not wearing these jeans next time I come. But you never know when you're going to be examined. Like, I never knew. I hadn't even planned on talking about what was being examined, because I was so unwell that I was more concerned of what's been making me ill for the last 7 weeks, I think it is now. 6-7 weeks. I'm sure it's about 7 weeks now. What was it then? It was 2, 5, 6, 7. I'm sure it's 7 or 8. Let's just go for 7, because I can't imagine it'd be much more than that. So I think I'm just so frustrated with being ill. Like, and then obviously there's another issue, and I got given something for this other issue, and it's not cleared up, and it's gotten a lot worse, which is making me feel a lot worse because of what it is and how painful and like uncomfortable it is. So then we got on to like talking about, and I'm not doing a long story, I'm gonna film for 3 more minutes because I can see what time it is on there. And then I'm going to have to go in the shop because I need to get food. I'm craving a burger. I'm craving a burger today. It's probably because I don't feel well. I'm actually craving a Burger King burger, and I'm very close to Burger King. Never been through Burger King drive-through, but I'm craving a burger, and I actually know they do the vegan one. I don't know if they do it here. Because obviously, if you've not picked up by now, I've been eating plant-based for 8 weeks, plant-based food for 8 weeks, and I've not once anything that isn't plant-based, and I found it easy because if you've watched my food hauls, you'll see I tend to buy a lot of plant-based food and vegetarian as well as non-plant-based, so I found it easy. I've not done massive loads of recipes or not tried a massive amount of new things, but that's because I've been ill for the last at least 6 weeks of the 8 weeks. So, you know, I've not tried massive amounts, but I have tried things. I've enjoyed it. It's been good for me. I have been eating a lot more fat though, but I've been eating a lot less sugar, and that was what it was meant to be about, because I was craving sweet things all the time. It was consuming me. I was like getting up at 3 in the morning or getting a snack at 3 in the morning, and it was always something sweet. And even though initially I did put weight on when I first started with this nearly 2 years ago with the sweet cravings, I did put weight on initially, but I've not put any more weight on. I'm still around the same weight, so it worked like I was putting more weight on with the bad eating, but it weren't healthy. It weren't healthy that I was constantly craving sweet I can't even say sweets, that I was constantly craving sweet food, and I was like, I need to do something about this. And at the time it was Veganuary, and I think it was a week into it. I think I started either at the end of the first week or during the second week, I can't remember, but I wasn't going to do Veganuary. I was just going to do it for a week, you know, stop myself from eating a load of crap for a week. And then I decided a couple of days in, I was just going to carry on. There was never a set date for how long I was going to carry on for. I was just going to keep eating it until I was like, oh, I want something else today. And, you know, I've not said, you know, I'm going to be vegan, because I've not called myself vegan once, because I'm not vegan. I've got leather trainers on. Like a real vegan wouldn't. Like, there's vegans that, you know, still wear leather trainers and still use things that are like animal related, but they class themselves as vegan because they eat a vegan diet. And then there's vegans that are like strict, no animal products, nothing, like 100% no leather, they stick to it religiously. But there's medications that I take that are not vegan, because of what they're in. There's certain things that are in them. My multivitamin isn't vegan, it's vegetarian, so I would never call myself a vegan. I eat plant-based, and that's all I refer to it as. I'm talking for longer, but I might as well do this just because I'm probably not going to film now for the rest of the weekend unless some miracle I get well and I'm able to. But I do need to go in the shop quite soon. I am getting cold. I'll put some heat on. But basically, you know, I found it really easy, but, you know, like when I'm... Welcome to the reality. I've not really got much makeup on, as you can see. I've done my eyes mainly. So yeah, I was like, do you know what, I'm going to carry on until I've just had enough of it. But, you know, my thought process with it now is, well, if, oh God, stare at me. If like one day I'd like, say I went and had a burger now, I'd go back on it tomorrow because I'm actually enjoying it. I am trying different things. I'm not necessarily trying or making meals from scratch, but, you know, I am trying different things. It's hard when I feel as ill as I have, because remember when I first got ill, I was really horrendously ill for 3 days, and I felt okay for 3-4 days. Then I got it for 2-3 days, and then I was fine for about 4 days, and I've had it since. So I think I am on week 6, and I've had it since, like for 3 weeks or whatever it is, non-stop. And it's hard, and it's, you know, it's testing me, and I've not gone too far outside what with different foods that I would do if I felt well. I've eaten a lot of baked potatoes with beans and a side of mushrooms, which I'm actually really enjoying. I've gone back on the cereal this week. I don't want to have cereal every week because, you know, I find I put weight on because I'll just have cereal twice a day, or I'll have it as a snack, so I don't want to be doing that. It's like, if you noticed, I had cheese for 3 weeks in a row, and now I've not had it for 2 weeks, so I'm actually going to buy some cheese. Well, not real cheese, but I'm going to buy a cheese alternative today. If they've got, hopefully they've got 1 or 2 of the ones I want, because I want the slices and I want the grated. I want them both. But because I'm then going to have that for 1 week, that means I won't have it for 1 or 2 weeks. Because, yeah, it's not healthy because it's got coconut oil in it. But yeah, I just feel like if I did go and get an actual real burger with meat in, I would still go back onto it tomorrow, and I wouldn't be really annoyed with me. I might be like, oh God, you could have gone without that. But I know it's because I don't feel well. When I don't feel well, I do crave foods, and I don't like to restrict myself. If I've got a craving for something, I like to give myself what I'm craving. I have this thing like where every like 3-4 months I crave cheese and onion sandwiches. I don't like cheese and I don't like onion, but I'll go out and buy a pack of mild cheese slices and an onion, some bread rolls, and I'll have it 2 or 3 times a day for the next 2 to 3 days until it's run out. Makes me feel really unwell. Like if I'd only had it once or twice I would feel fine, but because I will then go to the extreme of having it till it's finished, it does make me unwell because my body doesn't like cheese and it hates onion. But yeah, that's what if I normally crave something, I give myself it, but it would mean going through the Burger King drive-through. I don't know if I feel comfortable doing that. I do have issues. I know I've managed to go through McDonald's a couple of times. I've not been for a couple of months, but yeah, I'm just craving the Angus meal, the Angus burger. Oh god, even like the Whopper meal, because it's flame grilled, but I'm trying my hardest not to. I just feel like I'm just gonna get some bread. I've had bread this week. I've had bloody 3 bread rolls. I've had toast today, 2 slices of toast. The trolley guy probably thinks I'm weird because I've been sat here ages and he keeps seeing me. But yeah, if I have a burger today and a burger tomorrow and go back on it Sunday, you know, it's fine. This is not a permanent lifestyle change. It's not what's making me ill, because I've been ill since about 2 weeks into this, and it takes a long time to get ill from it. I am taking vitamin B12, which I already had and was taking anyway, but I'll go through phases where I remember to take it for about a month or 6 weeks and then I don't. But I'm very much aware that I need to take it. I have a Well Woman vitamin anyway that I've made sure that I've gone back on. I've seen that car before, PL10, WDT. I'm gonna go in the shop. I want some cheese, I want some avocado. I hope they've got a super ripe one, because I want a super ripe, oh god, is that my house keys? I want a super ripe one. The one that I had from M&S the other day was gorgeous. Do you know, I'm trying to recreate something like I had in M&S the other day. Do you know where I had hummus? I've still got that, but I don't know if it's edible. I had hummus, I had bread roll, I had those crisps, I had avocado, and it was fun and it was tasty, and that's kind of what I'm trying to recreate to some extent. I need to go in the shop. I'm cold. My feet are so cold. Notice how I just crossed the road without looking. Well, the car park. I don't know if I caught him then, but he had shorts and t-shirt on. Last one. I feel like death. This has just took me about 10 minutes to do. So I've got a tiger bread with cheese and onion on it. I've got a tiger bread, the top half is buttered and the bottom half isn't. I've done avocado, that's the full avocado. That is the hummus left from Monday. It does say to eat within 3 days, I think, and it had Tuesday's date on it. Oh well. There's a little bit of salad. I've got a packet of crisps. I've got a packet of crisps that I've nearly eaten because I was snacking on the whilst I was doing this. And I've got a full packet. I don't know how much of this I'm going to manage because I have been munching on stuff. But it's just took ages to do this. And these are huge. I'm so bloody cold. All the radiators in my living room have got clothes on, so there's no heat going into the room. So I've just been sat there eating, and I've been sat there for ages because it's now 11:15. I don't know what time I went in there. I think it was like 10 past 10, 10:15. It's not that long, but I'm cold. So I kept thinking, is the heating on? But it is. I've got cropped hoodie on. I've not got anything underneath. Normally I've got a top on underneath, but I don't. So I'm going to show you what I got. There's 2 things in the freezer which I'll show you. Then, yeah, I want to try and get a couple of things done because I feel a little bit better. I've not had any medication though, but this is what happened last night. I started to feel a little bit better. Then I ended up most of the night, but I felt a little bit better before I went to sleep. Went to sleep for about 5 hours in total. It was broken sleep because someone knocked on my door twice. The second time it was a delivery man who went next door. The first time I just fell back to sleep, but it was possibly the delivery man again. Because no one will sign for parcels. So I got some original flavour grated via life. I don't know why I got it because I didn't need that one because I got another cheese as well. But what's the date on it? I shouldn't go to the shop when I'm hungry. It's got the end of July on it, so it doesn't matter if I don't open it. I've got a soup. This will do 2 meals with a bread roll. I need to, if I eat bread this week, I'm not going to allow myself to have it for 2 weeks. Tender heart cabbage. It's not the best one. Normally they're really tight, but this is quite a loose one. I need to try and have some vegetables at some point because I've not been having any green vegetables. But then again, I'm not really eating food that you would have with vegetables, but I'm going to make myself have vegetables even if it doesn't really go with the meal. Garlic granules. I used to use these all the time. And a couple of weeks ago I went to use some and there was literally a little bit at the bottom and it had gone rock hard. I think they were from Aldi, so I got an Asda one today because I was stood there and I kept thinking I need something from here and I spotted them. So I got some Cauldron Middle Eastern falafels. I've not had them for a few weeks because I kept getting them and I kept thinking I need to try other things. I still need to try other things, but £1.50, you can snack on them, you can have them as part of a meal. So I got them. I've had some of that on my plate. It's the lettuce and carrot. There's a little bag of baby potatoes. I've had 2 of these. I am so full, but I really enjoyed what I ate. So there is an avocado missing. I think that's the only thing that's missing. Oh, there's a packet of rice that my dad's got. Well, he's eaten now, and there's a curry which my dad's eaten as well. Some mash for my dad. He'll have that over 2 meals. He'll cook it and then he'll re-cook the second lot. I'm not sure if you're meant to reheat it, but he does. I'm going to make Jamie Oliver's vegetarian chilli, which is actually vegan. But I forgot to get peppers. I think there's 2 peppers. I think that's the only thing that I was missing. Because I weren't even thinking when I was walking around, but if I have it, it won't be until the end of the week. I'm hoping that I get better, but you know, this happens every day. I feel better for a couple of hours. Well, not fully better, like maybe 20-30% better. Well, that's at a push. Because I've still got all the symptoms. I've still got the dull, achy, cold headache. I've got the sore throat. I'm too hot, but I'm cold at the same time. I ache all over. I feel like I've not slept. But for some reason, probably because I've just eaten a large meal, I've got a bit of energy. So I needed peppers. It said red and green, but I weren't getting 2 packs. And sweet potatoes, they were 75p. But they're really small and it's going to annoy me to peel them. But normally I just buy 1 sweet potato, but a lot of the times they're way too big. But it's going to annoy me to do them. It's funny because in the vegan one I make by the BBC, you do the same thing. You peel them, you chop them, and you put them in the oven to roast them. But there's some things in the recipe that is different. I've just added a slice of that. That's all I really needed. I don't know what I got the grated stuff for. Shouldn't go to the shop, really hungry. My throat's sore. Honestly, I feel very fluey. Do you know when you got flu and you feel very lethargic and you need to sleep all the time? So when you're awake, your eyes are stinging because you feel like you've not slept and your body aches and you feel super run down. That's how I feel, and I felt like that for 6 weeks. But some days are worse than others. Some days I can't even keep my eyes open. Some days I'm sweating and some days I'm shivering. So with these, I want to stop with the noodles because noodles are really, I need to clean the oven. God, they're really bad for you. I'm going to try and do this weekend if I feel well enough. Because last weekend I got a little bit better, like 25-30%. And I did a little bit of housework on the Saturday, I think. Or was it the Friday? And then I couldn't do anything all weekend because I was rough. But I need to stop these, but sometimes I'm hungry and this is what I reach for. I'm going to try and not reach for them. This is for my dad. It is my favourite one if I was getting it. So I got him a potato and meat pie. This is a local bakery to us in a town called Accrington. I thought it was actually at Clayton. I'm sure where it is classed as Clayton because I used to pass it all the time because my family used to live around there. None of them do now. Well, my mum and my brothers all lived around there in different houses. So I used to go over there a lot when I was a teenager. Well, not as much really, but and you pass the retail park where it's on. In fact, on that retail park, there's a centre on there where I've actually taken exams. So yeah, that's where Clayton Park Bakery is. And also, my dad's friend had a business on there. He used to sell cable that goes in the ground, and he's a self-made millionaire from it. And that business is still there because he sold it. British chicken breast portions. Obviously, all these are for my dad, and I got him two of these because he really likes them. Normally they have a better date than that on, but that's still like 2.5 weeks. So the reason I got him two is he seems to have one every week, and they're £4 each or 2 for £7, so you save £1, which over the year if you have it, that's a lot. So I got him that. I got him a black pudding. These last forever, so he doesn't want it this weekend because he never gave me a shopping list. August. This is what I got for me. I tend to get one of these as the plant-based meals every week. And I've tried a few of them and I was stood there like I don't really want any of these. Some I've had, some I haven't had, and I was just like, ugh, I couldn't be bothered because of how ill I felt. I don't know why I feel a little bit better, but this happened yesterday, and then a couple of hours later I felt like death again. So yeah, I read the ingredients. It's okay. I'll have it at some point. Probably tomorrow. Looking at the date, I didn't know it had the 8th on, and that is tomorrow. Brilliant. Mushrooms, I keep getting them. I keep getting the cheap ones. I've still got some of it. I suddenly feel like I'm going to be sick. I'm really thirsty. I've got a sore throat. I've got a temperature. I'm aching. I'm cold. I feel dizzy. Had enough. Still got some from M&S the other day, so I need to have them tomorrow. Do you know what? I think because I'm so full and I'm looking at food, it's making me feel a bit sick. I ate one packet of the Seabrook crisps. It was still closed. I treated myself to Tilda rice this week because I've been getting the Asda cheap one, and it's rock hard in the packet and it doesn't taste the best when it's cooked. It's not horrible, but it's not the best. And when I picked this up, the difference with how soft it feels in the packet just proves it's the better one. I got my dad a Tilda one, but I got in the one that you have with curry and it's yellow. I can't remember the name of it. So I got some. I did go for the Napolina this week because, believe it or not, it's not majorly more expensive than Asda's own. They do Asda's own and they do Asda price. Asda price is super cheap, like 20 something p or 30 something p, and the Asda's own was like 50 something p, and I think these were 59 or 65p. So they're not massively more. I also picked up the chickpeas, and I got peel plum tomatoes because the Jamie Oliver recipe is for 2 of these, but I'm making it just for me. And it was peeled plum tomatoes, which I never have. I always have chopped tomatoes because it's always chopped tomatoes. And it said get a decent priced can of peeled plum tomatoes, and that's why I ended up in the Napolina section. I got a 500ml, you can see my washing in the background. I'm going to wash that when I put this away. 500ml bottle of original Lucozade. I've just had a glass of Lucozade. So I need to get that in the freezer because I want to drink it. I've run out, and I was having to use this cheap one that I got from Tesco ages ago, but that's not very good. I've got 3 1-litre bottles of original Lucozade. The other 2 are on the floor because I'm not putting them all up here just to put them back down again. I got 2 2-litre bottles of Pepsi Max. You can actually see me. That is me. Well, yeah, it is me. Because he has about 4 other bottles of it. I've picked up 3 or 4 of the 1.25 litre bottles of Diet Coke, but I've not been drinking it. This is for my dad for the office, because he has porridge, packets of porridge, you know, the individual ones. He doesn't have it every day, but I get him this milk. because it's long life. That's like 20 days away. Got 2 packets of these, Jumbos. And that's it. So I need to clear out my fridge. Oh, I'm feeling so nauseous right now. I did just have hummus. Oh god, I need to bin that. So I need to sort this out. I'm probably just going to do it all on, oh, what's it called? Not slow-mo. Oh god, can't remember. If I remember, I'll put what it's called on screen. I honestly feel like I'm going to be sick everywhere. I've had enough of being ill. Imagine having flu-like symptoms for about 6-7 weeks. It's about -2 and she's just up there. She will be get told to come in a minute if she doesn't do what she's gone out to do. Cute little cutie. I don't know if it's showing, but the sky is really, really dark blue over there. She's meant to be having a wee, not pissing around. I feel like crap. I'm going to bed. Turn my telly off. Obviously, I'm not going to bed while she's outside. She's scared of everything anyway. She'll be in. I've not even sorted the vlog out for last week, and I'm filming, and I'm probably going to not fill my phone up, and then I'm going to have to delete stuff because it won't let me save anything. She's coming in because it's bloody freezing. Yep, she's ignoring me. I can hear her. Here she comes. I'm sure you didn't do anything, you little madam. Have you seen all the drinks down here? Yeah.